Hey friends, time for Business of Heaven Monday. Today's Monday, July the 31st, 2023. As we look to C.S. Lewis's writings to begin our week, we're going to take a look at a few excerpts from a book that is well known of his. Many of these little devotions are pulled from Mere Christianity. If you've never read C.S. Lewis's Mere Christianity, it is a book absolutely every Christian should read at least once before they die. And in fact, I think they should probably read it every other year. It is that good. And it gives us a reason for the hope we have and also helps us think about our faith. Today, Lewis is going to help us think about this thing we pray in the Lord's Prayer. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. We literally ask God to forgive us in the same way we extend forgiveness to others. And we are sinful people and by nature grudge bearers. And so Lewis actually says this is a terrible duty we've been given. It's not terrible, but we feel like it's terrible because the truth is we want to hate our enemies, not forgive them. So here's what he has to say. One of the most unpopular Christian virtues is laid down in the rule, love your neighbor as yourself. Because in this command is included not just those we already naturally love, but especially our enemies. Everyone says forgiveness is a lovely idea until they have something to forgive, like Lewis says during the war. Then, when we're asked to forgive something really, really big that's happened against us, or forgive someone like, I don't know, Hitler or other terrible people, now we howl with anger. It is not that people think it's too high or difficult of a virtue, it's that they think it's contemptible. That sort of talk makes me sick. They think, how can we forgive the Gestapo, especially if we are a Jew? Well, Lewis says, I wonder very much about this, just as when Christianity tells me I must not deny my religion, even if it means losing my life. I very much like that teaching until I'm actually confronted with my life, and then, of course, it becomes difficult indeed. Because I'm not trying to tell you what you should do. I'm just telling you what Christianity is. I did not invent it, says Lewis. And right there in the middle of it is this command, forgive others as you've been forgiven. There's no slightest suggestion that we are offered forgiveness on any other terms. It must be made perfectly clear that if we do not forgive, we shall not be forgiven. There are no two ways about it. What shall we do? And here's Lewis's advice. He said, it is going to be hard enough anyway, but I think there are two things we can do to make forgiveness easier. When you start mathematics, you don't begin with calculus, you begin with simple addition. In the same way, if we really want to forgive, and it all depends on whether we really want to, we want to learn this, we had better start with something small, not something like the Gestapo. One might start by forgiving one's husband or wife or parents or children, or the nearest employee they work with for something they did this past week. That will probably keep us quite busy for the moment. Secondly, we must try to understand exactly what loving your neighbor as yourself means. We know what it means to love ourselves. So what would that look like if we extended that same kind of love to our neighbor? Hey, this is great thoughts on forgiveness, the quintessential feature of the Christian faith. What distinguishes us from all other people is that we're willing to forgive. We're called to forgive even those we hate. Forgiving is certainly part of the business of heaven. Have a great day.